It's the Tuesday after the Monaco Grand Prix, and there's plenty of F1 news to dive into with myself, Ollie Wilson, here at GPFans. But before we do that, just a reminder to hit that subscribe button and stay with us throughout the F1 season. Now let's get into the important stuff, as Mercedes and Red Bull have been flexing their wings, but now they're flexing their legal muscle as the battle gets set to go to the courtroom. And Sebastian Vettel talks about the pit lane wobble that almost cost the modern-day master of Monaco his top 5 streak. Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff has warned Red Bull counterpart Christian Horner to expect a very messy Azerbaijan Grand Prix as a potential legal threat looms. The row over the flexi or limbo rear wings is set to boil over in Baku, where the device on Red Bull's cars has already been estimated to provide them with around 0.6 of a second advantage. Now, the movement of the rear wings goes against Article 3.8b of the technical regulations that states that any specific part of the car influencing its aerodynamic performance must be rigidly secured to the entirely sprung part of the car. Rigidly secured means not having any degree of freedom. While Red Bull's wing has passed all FIA tests, Motorsport's governing body has since moved to make those tests more stringent, although they do not come into force until the French Grand Prix. Now that has annoyed Wolff, who believes all teams currently running limbo wings, that's Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, Alpine, as well as Red Bull, have ample time to stiffen up the component before the next race in Baku. Asked whether a protest was likely at the next race, speaking to Sky Sports F1, Wolff said, "Yeah, I think if the limbo wings will be on in Baku, with the advantage we see, it's going to go to the stewards. If the stewards are not enough, it's going to go to the ICA, the International Court of Appeal. So I guess the FIA is going to have to clarify things before Baku, because if not, it could get very messy." Horner has suggested Mercedes' front ring on the W12 is just as culpable as the rear wing on its own RB16B. Wolff, however, countered, adding, "We've analysed the front wing and they are bending exactly the same way as the Red Bull, so we could be protesting each other on the front wing also. But it is also clear the rear wing bends more than it should under the rules. It has been classified as non-conformant, but we are left in a vacuum where new tests will be introduced after Baku. So it is what it is, but we are pretty robust in our legal position, and it is just an advantage." Wolff, though, was at least courteous in defeat following a Monaco Grand Prix in which Red Bull took over the lead of both the Constructors' and Drivers' Championships in the wake of Max Verstappen's victory. "They won fair and square," assessed Wolff. "The wing had nothing to do with the Red Bull's performance. They were just better. That is what you need to take on the chin and congratulate them." Sebastian Vettel has revealed drop time through a pit stop wobble was to blame for his close proximity to Pierre Gasly when rejoining the Monaco Grand Prix circuit. Before Lewis Hamilton boxed and sparked the pit lane into a frenzy of action, Pierre Gasly in his AlphaTauri was 5th, the Mercedes driver 6th, and Aston Martin's Vettel 7th. Although Vettel was able to make an overcut work by stopping 3 laps later than 7-time F1 champion Hamilton, the German had not expected an immediate duel with Gasly up the hill into Massenet. "I think we did really well on the first stint on the soft tyre, to let the cars go a little bit and then close the gap when it mattered," said Vettel. "We were able even to overcut Lewis and Pierre. We had a little bit of a wobble at the stop, and it was very close at pit exit with Pierre up the hill. I think both our hearts were beating quite fast, but it was an intense race and obviously good to get big points in the end." An incredible result then for Sebastian Vettel that continues his top 5 habit in Monaco. Vettel has now finished inside the top 5 in each of the 11 Monaco Grand Prix in which he's reached the checkered flag, with retirement in 2009 and 2014 the only blots on his almost flawless copybook. "I like the place," explained the 4-time F1 champion. "I knew coming here that we could do something. We made it work, and to have both cars in the points, teammate Lance Stroll was 8th, I think is a strong result for us." So Senna is arguably the king of the Principality, but is Vettel then the modern day master of Monaco? And who is winning the battle off the track between the big two as Flexi Wings look to send the title battle into a spin? Let us know in the comments section below. Hit that subscribe button to stay with GP fans for all of the F1 news this season. and we'll be back later on in the week with more news.